All right, all right. What's going on, party people? This your man Griff. All right, I am here in his house with all of y'all. All right. Yeah, we're gonna have a nice time today. We're gonna have a nice time today. Now, I will tell y'all up front. I have to say it again, probably later. I will be getting some phone calls. I believe I will be getting some phone calls, but and everything. So and I may have to get up from time to time to take care of stuff because I've been tired and then I've been ripping and running trying to get this. I had a signing today at noon and then it got canceled because it's a Florida property and they needed witnesses. The lady is new here. She had no witnesses. Then they called me and was like, can you find witnesses? I was like, I'll find witnesses. So we was coordinating back and forth. So, I mean, I literally just finished getting together some stuff that I wanted to show y'all microseconds ago and before 2 o'clock. And so I've been on the phone with them and I still got to give her a couple of hours before I call her. Then more and more orders starting to come in for April or this month and everything. So what I was trying to get done, I couldn't get done before I got with y'all. So we gonna do what it do and work it out and everything. So we all right, we all right, people. So we are here. Let me pull up some other stuff. And every time I try to say, yeah, I'm gonna get everything all set so I can just flow, it never seems to happen. Never seems to happen. Always something popping up before I can go and all of that. But it's no big deal because we here and we gonna make it happen and all of that. So let me because I always monitor it so I can see how things are showing up on the different devices and all of that. So who was that? I just saw All Star. We're gonna get together later. You know what? I gotta see because now this signing that was supposed to be at noon done got shifted. And I gotta find two witnesses. So if you're in the Hampton Roads area, down here in Norfolk area, yes, you will get paid. How much? At least $25. I'm gonna need two witnesses. I don't know exactly what time and everything, but it will be for this afternoon. Because I have a 6 o'clock appointment. The lady can't be available till 5, so I'm already thinking it's going to have to be after 6 before I can get with her and everything. So somebody I know I can probably get. I know I can get my wife because I think she has a hair appointment that she with one of her clients that's finishes up by 6. So I know I'm pretty sure I can hit her up and get her as a witness. And for whatever reason, they didn't want me to be the witness, even though it's a Florida property. They wanted two separate witnesses. So I got to get a second one, and I'm gonna figure that out and everything. So, all right, all righty. So all of that's going. So what's going on? Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you. Um, there's no clickbait with my title and everything. These YouTuber people will be putting up all these little clickbait things and all of that. Nope. Um, I actually changed what I was going to talk about. It's going to still be a question and answer period. And right now I want to do question and answers for people. So if you got questions and stuff, let me drop the link. Now, okay, I gotta vet you in the back office because last time we had somebody up there trying to get my YouTube channel shut down with some stuff. They had hacked somebody's account and pretended to be somebody who they weren't. So I got to make sure you are who you are. You don't have to turn your camera on, okay? Because I can't have you, you know, doing that stuff. Hopefully you won't get hacked. But if you got a question, because y'all know I'm not that good at following stuff in the chat and everything. So in the chat, where is it? Chat over there. Yeah, in the chat. So hop on, ask your question. You can, you know, type it in here if you got a question concerning anything notary. There's a couple of things that I do want to cover first, along with the Q&A before we get to doing the talking about the Snapdocs stuff. And there's nothing bad about Snapdocs. So don't think that I'm about to drop some bombshell and about to rip. No, it ain't nothing like that. It's just some common sense stuff. And part of the reason why I'm tired, because I was sitting up there last night getting the numbers together for this. So yeah, I am really, really tired. I'm at the point where I wish I didn't have to do no closing, because I really do need to take a nap and all that. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right, so couple of things. Groundworks. Let me pull it up over here. Um, I have a playlist of videos on Groundworks. Okay. And it appears that nobody or a few people are looking at the are taking time out to look at them. Okay. So let me share my screen real quick so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So I have put together some videos, and like this one here about the sketch tool, showing people how the sketch tool works. For some reason, a lot of people are thinking that they have to sketch out each individual room on the inside. And I never ever said that. I don't think Groundworks has ever said that. So as you see here, I'm showing people just the basic little layout that I did of the property. Okay. I just did here's, and I'm pointing and I'm showing where all of the different, let me see if I can make this bigger, and I'm showing where all of the different rooms are at, that's where they're located. Okay. But I'm not sketching, drawing squares for each individual room, because some of these rooms got houses got open layouts, and that's not what Groundworks asked for. So a lot of people are assuming, because it's called an interior inspection, that they're supposed to draw out the individual rooms. I know I've never said that, and Groundworks has never said that. And when I talk to the people, they like, and I asked them, I said, who told you this? And then when they start thinking about it, they can't remember. They're like, well, I don't know. Okay, so you don't remember who told you. So in other words, you just sort of came up with this on your own. You assume that this is what you needed to do. I'm trying. So I'm talking, I'm showing all the pictures of the place, all of that. And then I go into the tool part here. Now with the tool, it's very simple to use. Once you get the spot where you want to start, you hit enter, and then you use the arrow keys, or you can type in the number of feet. So like I put in 25, and then you hit the button, the arrow in the direction that you want it, and then you hit enter again to stick it. Okay. Then you hit the next number, and then you hit the arrow in the direction you want, hit enter, and then you do the next number, hit enter. The next number, and point it in the direction that it needs to go, so forth and so on. So it's not that complicated, but a lot of people have been not paying attention to what I was saying and assuming that I'm saying such and such when I wasn't saying that, or that Groundworks wants you to do it this way when nobody said do it that way. And then they're not going back and verifying and checking until much later, or they're getting frustrated and saying, well, I ain't doing this mess. So you're making it a little harder than what it should be for yourself across the board. Okay. What's going on there? So that's what's going on with that. We got Happy Fritter Friday. Enjoy the videos. You're right. What's up with Snapdocs? It's not Snapdocs. See, a lot of people think Snapdocs themselves is doing some stuff. Is it Snapdocs, or is it the vendors on Snapdocs? Because you got to first understand Snapdocs' role in this. When you understand the role of Snapdocs, then you can sort of whittle it down to where the issue is. All right. It said I joined. Let me see what this here. That I joined up with SD and they don't notify me. I have only one sent to me last year, but since I have started, I don't know the system. I missed it. All right. How do I get notifications? Now I will say there's a video out there. And I've looked at it a couple of times, I believe. And so where is it? Because you got all these other videos. All right. So let me share my screen again. All right. This video right here, the one with Mark Wills. And I don't even know I can't remember the lady's name, but whoever she is, that video you need to look at. Okay. I'm not affiliated with Mark Wills. I'm not marketing for him or saying you should take his course or anything or not take his course. What I'm saying is he did an interview with the Snapdocs people themselves. Okay. And this was 4 years ago. So yeah, I think this was like this was right when I started. I didn't realize it was that long ago. So this was right when I started doing um loan closing, and this is probably maybe subconsciously. I understood it consciously, and then subconsciously I implemented a lot of things that the lady on the right hand side, or depending on how you're looking at left hand, the lady is saying, and I haven't had a problem with it. So that's one video you do need to go look at. Yeah, just in what I typed in, as you see right up here, Snapdoc algorithm. Okay. And or you can put up here 10 tips to maximize, or you can put in loan signing systems interview with Snapdocs. Any one of those. You can do either one of those. So that's a good interview. I believe now looking, back then the questions was asked was on point, but now there's some deeper questions that need to be asked about it to get a better understanding of what's going on without, how to maximize yourself with Snapdocs. And thanks for the super chat, Caprinas out there in California. Probably got some good weather out there. No signings at all since I've been a notary back in 2021. Only done 4 affidavits, feeling salty. I got you. I got you. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that and everything. So with Groundworks, um, the whole thing with Groundworks, you're doing the outer perimeter. Okay. You're just measuring the outside perimeter of the property. You're not doing individual rooms inside there. And I'm gonna show y'all real quick. This is gonna be a little bit of training too. And I dropped the link in there, and I'm gonna drop the link again if somebody has a question, um, and all that good stuff. And mods, if y'all see somebody doing something they shouldn't be doing, saying stuff they shouldn't be saying, all that, go ahead on and don't put them in timeout. Just hide them from the channel. Just get rid of them forever. And stuff. Just get rid of them forever. And all that. We don't even need to be messing with that. So, all right. So I'm gonna go in here to the sketch panel. Houston title areas all telling me they use Snapdots, but I get nada. That video talks about why people are and are not getting orders. That video, and I'm gonna summarize it here with y'all today, and everything. All right. So this here's the sketch tool. I forgot I was doing some training with some people about this. So, and also if you need help with this, just get with me and and try to do a like a group Zoom if there's a couple of y'all, and show y'all how to use the tool. Don't get in your own way and start confessing how difficult this is when it really isn't. Okay. So one of the things that you need to understand, and here's the reason why you can't go and do individual rooms. So if you click in here and let's just say you're trying to make this a bedroom. So I'm hitting enter and I'm moving this over with the arrow. Hold on. Let me see if I can get my second camera popping. Let me see if I can. All right. And I'm gonna have to loosen that. All right. So got my second camera. All right. All right. All right. So you see me here, second camera. All right, let me pull this down. So keyboard, okay? So like right now, if you see on the screen, I'm hitting the arrows. Can't go anywhere. Oh, the reason why I can't go anywhere because I forgot because I clicked off. So as long as I haven't hit enter, the second spot, and let me bring this in a little bit closer. So that second spot hasn't been set. I hit enter. Oh, sorry. Let me drop this down just a touch. So I hit enter and then boom. So now move you down. I move it to another spot. Okay. I'm hitting enter and I'm using the arrows to move it over. To close it out, you have to go, you got to take it all the way back to where you started. Now, here's the problem. Here's where the problem lies. There's nothing in here for bedrooms. There's nothing in here for kitchens, for bathrooms. It says basement, first floor, second floor, third, fourth floor, attic, open to below, decks, porches, patios, and then all type of garages. So if you're trying to make individual rooms, you're going to frustrate yourself because there's nothing in here for the rooms. It says area template. So you're doing the area, and all that. So if you hit this, it's just going to put the label first floor or second, third, or whatever, attic. It's open to below, decks. What type of deck? That's what it's asking for. What type of porch? So there's nothing in here that, and I just got to hit something so we can. I can do. So there's nothing, there's no reason for you to be trying to do the individual rooms on here because there's nothing. There's nothing for you to designate as an individual room if you hit, you make a square or whatever the case may be. Okay. So, all right. So all you're doing is just hitting. I don't know why I took that out. So all you're doing is hitting enter. Oops. My bad. Keep kicking myself out. So you're hitting enter. You can punch in, say 25, then hit the arrow, and then that's 25 feet. You hit enter, and that locks it in. You can move it over, hit enter, and then from here, you can take your mouse, click in that dot, boom, boom, that closes it out. This area is the second floor. Then when you want to say where everything is at, you click the L, and it gives you all of these different options. You can put up there. There's a laundry room upstairs. There's a bathroom, bedroom. If that's over too much, click on it. You can just arrow it over. Click back on that. You say they got a study. All right, up here, they got a upstairs kitchen. Whatever. That's all you're doing. Okay. Again, I'm not trying to be funny. Don't make it more complicated than what it is. Okay. And oh yeah, that's right. Man, see, I left my fritter over there. I had got me a fritter today. The fritters weren't looking too good this morning and stuff. So pop you out. So that's it. I mean, that's all you, it's not hard at all. Now, where it gets a little complicated is trying to figure out the measurements. And I have a video that I recorded, and I got to finish editing it so I can show y'all how to go about doing that, the outside measurements and stuff. Um, so if you got any questions about that, um, let me know and stuff. So did that help you? Help me out now, because I don't know. I mean, did it help you? Did it Oh, what's going on, Richard Yearwood? Yeah, yeah, that's right. He signed up for there. We got Erica. Cool. So that's what's going on with Groundworks. Um, Notaries can do it unless, for some reason, I think in New York, apparently, they have some restrictions on that. All right. Goodness. And all right. Now I've got house orders coming in left and right. Um, so I'm trying to keep tabs on that and everything. And got to finish doing that. All right. So, groundwork isn't a complete home inspection. Am I correct? Home. I was wanting to maybe get involved in this too. Um, Groundworks is just they're more data collector. I use the term house inspection because people who you talk to, they don't understand the terminology of I'm a house data inspector or house data collector. What's that? And again, with people already being very, very suspicious of every little thing out there, that's why I just use the term. Um, oh, there we go. Get myself centered, right? Um, People don't understand stuff, and people are out here looking. They're always looking for something creepy and all that for no reason. So we don't do the house inspection for us crawling and all of that. And I've said that over and over and over again. We don't. That's why I asked y'all to look at the videos in the playlist, the Groundworks playlist. Those videos over there in that playlist will show you what you need to know. They will. You got to look at them. You got to take time to look at them. Go to the playlist, and you will find. Let me just. I will get the um I will get the link and I will put it in there. But you got to take time out and look at the videos. Too many people are like, well, I don't really want to look at the videos. I just want you to tell me, y'all got to stop that. Look at the videos and stop assuming that, oh, this is what you meant when I didn't say that. And I'm not trying to be funny again. Um, but what's happening is that people, when even when they are looking at the videos, they're not sometimes fully paying attention to everything. All right. So there's a playlist for Groundworks videos that I've done. Don't read so much into this like it's something that is super complicated. That tool is not that hard to work. It really isn't. It really isn't. Um at all. So I signed up for Groundworks. So I will watch the videos. I also need it's talk about it in those videos. In my most recent videos, I even got a list of stuff to buy. All of that. Yeah, I got there's a video in there called Groundworks Gear. Matter of fact, let me move that up to the top of the playlist so people will you'll see that first. All right. So the video called Groundworks Gear is at the top of the list. Okay, this video right here, Groundworks Gear, is at the top of the list. You click in there, and there's a video that explains everything you need. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. If you go there, the stuff is there. The stuff is there. Um, and what I need you to do is go there, and then if you don't see something, then let me know. But the stuff is there. Okay. Um, all of that. How to use the measuring wheel and the laser. An overview of it, using the tool. I bought my little lights and all of that. So just take time out, look at the videos. They will help you immensely. All right. Um, yeah, if you got a question, you want to ask a question, here on the live stream, you're more than welcome to hop on. Just follow the instructions. Just click on the link and follow the instructions and hop on and ask your question and everything. This is a safe place, y'all. So don't be afraid to ask your questions. Look, don't sit back and hope that I answer the question that you got in your heart and mind. Go ahead on and ask the question so that you can get the answer that you can. Well, it may not be the answer that you need, but you can at least get an answer. Okay. You can get an answer. So, so the main thing is Groundworks covered that. We good to go. Um, there are a lot more people, and I told y'all when I mentioned that I was doing certain types of training, all of a sudden people done accelerated and doing. And yes, I'm going to be doing my training. I'm very meticulous about mine because I want to do things right. I don't want to just throw stuff out there. And again, you do what you want, but there are a lot more people coming out with training. And even here in Virginia, a lot more people are coming out with training, but they haven't been doing this business very, very long. As I shared in my last Fritter Friday last week, the trainers are saying, "Oh yeah, y'all hit the like button. My bad, I forgot all about that." um, the trainers are out there saying simply this: it is up to you to figure out who these people are and to vet them. It is up to you to vet them. Okay. You need to vet them to make sure you're not getting taken advantage of. The trainers are set in what they're going to teach you. And if you don't get taught what you need to know, that is on you. This is what they have said. Okay. This is what people in general have said. You need to figure it out and take responsibility for what somebody's training you, regardless of what you feel like. I feel that everybody should be responsible, trainers as well as trainees. The trainer should be clear on what they're training. The trainer should hopefully have some experience in the business before they go training you. But that appears that is not important at all. That people who have even themselves have gone to getting training and gone to people who are well versed in said subject matter or industry. But with this, they don't feel they need to have experience. They need to get out there and do it, so that they can make some money for themselves because loan closings are slow. And that's what's going to happen now. People are going to switch over or already starting to switch over to training and more general notary work. Those are the two things that you're going to see an increase in people in. And that's another thing. Yeah. And with that, let's get Shannon on in here. And with that thing of trying to increase the number, doing general notary work, I've gotten an increase in phone calls about how can somebody charge this when our state has restricted what we can charge. My answer to that question: you need to talk to the person who said that and ask them to tell you how they are getting away, or maybe how they're even just doing it. So if there's a power of attorney that only has one signature required to be signed, and they're charging $400 for the signature and the witnesses, you need to ask them how are they doing that, and especially if they're in your state, where does the state law says that we can do that? Asking me, who did not say that they was doing that, asking me, who did not hear them and who does not know those people, is not the best course of action. Okay, that is something, in my opinion, you really don't need to ask me, because I don't know. You heard the statements, you heard them say it. You need to talk to them about it, and they need to take ownership on the statements that they're making to everybody about how much they should be charging, or even if they don't say you should be charging it, how much they're charging, what makes you think, well, if they're charging it, I should charge it. What you got, Shannon?
I'm not going to stay on too long because I'm driving.
Gotcha.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep, can hear you great.
Okay, good. I just wanted to say a couple things. I just want to thank you. Your training is so instrumental. You don't even realize it because you're not working directly with us unless you're in the members group. But yesterday I was in a signing. It was a SEMA refinance, and the acknowledgement threw me off a little bit, just the way it was worded. And I literally could hear your voice in my head as I'm going through the acknowledgement statement. And I said, bye. And I was like, Earl Jones and Jane Jones. And as soon as I heard that, I had it. And I was able to just notarize that acknowledgement perfectly. And I even reviewed the documents again one more time before I shipped them this morning, and all my documents was on point. It's just certain things that you say. If you watch the videos, especially if you watch them as many times as I watch them daily, even the same videos over and over again. It starts to stick with you, especially when you're in situations where it's not it's like the acknowledgement statement that they're including with the document. It's not your own or all-purpose acknowledgement. Or if it's a notary block where it's acknowledgement and a jurat. And you have to really know what you're going to do in those situations because it may not be straightforward. So I just want to thank you because some of the things that you say, you may not think it's sticking. It's sticking. It's sticking with me, and I know it's sticking with others. And also, I want to run it past you. In that refinance, there were like 3 different acknowledgments. It said, I'm sorry if it's loud. It's like hailing out here right now.
Oh, no, you good.
It was an acknowledgement. It's an acknowledgement for the lender, acknowledgement for MERS, and acknowledgement for borrower. So and they were right next to each other. So I'm looking at it like, there's no way in the world I'm supposed to notarize all 3 of these acknowledgments.
Correct.
And it was within the SEMA. And it was after I had acknowledged a gap mortgage. So I was confused, but I proceeded just to read the notary block over again and see who was I'd be notarizing that person. And once I went through it in my head, then I realized I was not supposed to notarize those blocks. But I can see how new notaries, because I've been doing this since June, but I'm still new, and I can see why notaries would just start stamping stuff because it looks like, oh, I need to stamp here, and they need to sign here. But if you have to really dissect these documents, especially when you're at a late night closing and you're not going to be able to reach anybody, you're going to have to make a judgment call, and hopefully it's the right judgment call. And I was in that situation last night, and I made the right judgment call. So I just wanted to just let the notary community and you know, just thank you so much because it's not, we don't take you for granted. Like, you helping us so much, and you may not even realize it, but just certain things you say or certain documents you go over, it's not even the document review. It's just the way you go through the notarial block. That's what sticks with me. I don't know about for anybody else, because I can at this stage of the game, I feel like I can notarize any document, and I have. And I also wanted to share one more thing, and I'm going to hop off of here. Last month, I was kind of stuck and stagnant at 56 signings. Now, I work full-time. I don't do this full-time. I only do this part-time. But I was stuck at 56, and I couldn't move past that. In the last month, I've gotten 10 signings. 2 of those was last night. I'm at 66 sign-ins right now, and my goal is to hit 100 sign-ins. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'm almost there. And I thank you for your encouragement. It's helping. It's getting us through. It's getting me through it, because some days I want to give up, but I just stay focused, and I keep on updating my Snapdocs profile, even though most of my orders are not coming from Snapdocs, but I'm still getting hits on there. So with me putting my closings on there, it's bringing attention to title companies and signing companies that I've never heard of before. So it's got to be working, and as far as I'm concerned, it's got to be working. So I just wanted to share that with you, but I want to get off the phone because we're supposed to be hands free here. So
Gotcha.
I'm about to get off the phone, but I'll see you guys back in the chat.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Griff.
Anytime, Shannon. So one of the things that she was talking about is this here. This is a loan modification, and on loan modification, this is part of my training with the notary success system that I'm be doing. And so I redacted the documents and everything, and it has in here. It tells you. Sometimes it won't, but it tells you right here. Lender's acknowledgement. It tells you this is the acknowledgement for who? The lender. But notaries, and I did a video talk about notary tunnel vision. When you get all tunnel vision in, I got to stamp all night. Y'all know that's the church song. Dance all night. And you sitting there just stamping, and you just want to stamp everything until you ain't got no ink in your stamp. And you see something, oh, that's a notarial thing, stamp. That's a notarial thing, stamp. No notarial thing, stamp. That could be a rap song. And you sitting there, but if you read it, first of all, if you read it and you see that word there, lender acknowledgement, the question you have to ask yourself, and y'all will be hearing this in other people's training because nobody's really telling you this, but I'm going to throw it out there. And this is what I tell all of my students when I train with them. The first question you have to ask yourself when you see that document right there, is the lender in front of you? You notarizing the document for the person who is in front of you. You can't notarize that if nobody's in front of you. But it says the lender, it is there. It is a notarial acknowledgement thingamadeal, and it is in the loan packet, and it has an area for notary public, and daggone it, Grip, I'm going to stamp it. And I just asked a simple question. Who is there with you? Was me and who else? The signer or signers? Who's the lender out of the three people that's there? Well, none of us. Okay, so if you signed that, you're saying that the lender was in front of you, that the lender signed something and you witnessed it and you're taking their acknowledgement. Because that's the whole point of you being there. Yeah. Is the lender there? No. Then why are you trying to sign off on this when they are not there? But it's in the loan packet. So do you need to fill it out? Well, if it's in there, I'm supposed to do it. That's what my trainer said. That's what my mentor said. That's what Facebook and Clubhouse nowadays are saying, is that you're supposed to do that. Show me proof. Did you talk to the people who told you that? Nah. Down here, the MERS acknowledgement. It tells you the foregoing instrument was acknowledged before me this date by blah, Assistant Secretary of the Mortgage Electronic Registration System as nominee for the lender. The question is that person there with you? If the answer is no, then you don't mess with the document. You leave it alone. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Think of it like a split signing. Okay? There's no reason why you should be notarizing something when the person whose signature you're supposed to be witnessing is not there. But notaries get all hyped up. Trainers want to seem special, and they tell people to do stuff that is not right. And then you wanting to trust and believe in these people, you do it. And then you get in trouble. And then you're wondering why you're not getting any more notifications at all. That's part of the reason. So now, since nobody seemed to have any questions, any additional questions and all that good stuff, I will talk about what we came here to talk about today, which is the Snapdocs fees. Let me just put some context to all of this. From day one, I've been in the notary business back in June 2018. That is all I've been hearing is so much negative stuff about Snapdocs. Now, also let me put this disclaimer out there. Snapdocs, well, they might know because somebody might have tried to snitch on me and say, hey, Snappy, Griff gonna be talking about you, Snappy. So no, Snapdocs, me and Snapdocs don't have any kind of business relation, cool people relation, dapping it up relation. We don't have nothing. They don't know about me. I know about them, but they don't know nothing about me, any of that. So they have no skin in the game of what I'm about to say and talk about. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not doing anything. Okay. There's no quid pro quo quid, any of that stuff. And somebody's hitting me up. Okay. Okay. And yes, I got notifications popping all over the place. Okay. Sorry about this, y'all. I got the, look, business is still coming in. So I can't sit here and not make money because I'm doing lives and stuff and all of that. So here's the deal. From day one, I've been told a couple of different things. And the two things is which is in the on the graphic, the thumbnail. What's up with the fees? Fees that Snapdocs are paying us are fair, and Snapdocs stealing our clients. And I'm gonna take my time with this, okay? We've been rolling for about 40-some minutes. I'm gonna try to be quick, but I also gotta take my time because I want to be very, very articulate with this. The fees that you are getting paid through the Snapdocs system, note how I'm saying it. The fees that you are getting paid, I am getting paid through the Snapdocs system, is the fees that are set by the vendors on Snapdocs. My understanding, after looking, I went and looked back at the video that Mark Wills did with the young lady. There's nothing in that video that showed me that Snapdocs themselves is setting fees that we're getting paid. The fees are set by the vendors that are using that platform. So if that's the case, Snapdocs is not paying you low. They're not paying me low. They're not paying you a high fee. They're not paying me a high fee. Snapdocs is not lowballing you. They're not lowballing me. It is not Snapdocs. It is the vendor that you are in contract with to provide your services as a notary to notarize the documents that are presented before you. That's where we're at. I mean, it's just that simple. I can't think of any other way to try to break this down and to make you understand it. The vendors are the ones responsible for paying you. Now, the question becomes, I don't know how much it is for Snapdocs to be a vendor on Snapdocs. And that was one of the things I forgot, y'all. I forgot my water. Hold on, I got to grab my water. I told you I was going to get up. I was trying not to, but I got to get my water. And the reason why I can run and get my water so quick, because the kitchen right over there. I'm down here in the living room. And yes, I have my fritter. I know y'all thought I didn't have it, but I got my fritter. Put that on my napkin. So Always seem like when I get ready to do some real serious talking, my throat starts getting dry and all that. All right. So here's the thing. The question becomes, and which I don't know, how much does a vendor have to pay to be on Snapdocs? In my opinion, it doesn't matter to me. Whether they pay $200, $300 a month, whatever. The question then becomes, if Snapdocs fee, let's just say $500 a month for the technology and have access to everything. If two companies are paying the same fee, and I don't know if there's tier levels to it, but if they're both paying the same fee, how can one company pay you over 100 and another company pay you under 100? They're on the same platform. If the pricing that they are paying for access to the platform, they got the same access to the same notaries. It's not like, Earl's signing service or Earl's title and escrow is on there and they only have access to these notaries, and then another company come on there and then they got access to another set of notaries that's different, of a higher quality than Earl. So Shaquanda got the lower rank, the Shaquanda got the higher rank notaries and Earl got the middle of the road notaries. I don't believe it works that way. They got access to everybody, same folk. So why would one pay more than the other? Typically, that's because of business practice. Why Walmart can charge lower for a thing of milk than another company, or another than Target or Food Line, the business model and the way they run their whole organization, which allows them to be able to drop their pricing. It's that simple. Okay, business model. So Snapdoc paying you low fees, that is not even true. Snapdoc isn't paying you. You're getting paid through their SnapPay vendors pay program or system, but Snapdocs themselves, they're not the ones setting the fee that you accepted between you and that company. That's the company that's paying you. So that company's paying you 150. This other company is paying you 75. You can't fuss about Snapdocs. You can't get mad at Snapdocs and say, Snapdocs, you messing me over. You can't do that because Snapdocs ain't paying you. Unless you take an order through, I know Snapdocs is trying to have a thing where they have a Snapdocs, it's an order that comes directly through Snapdocs. But even with that, I don't know if there's some other vendor on the other side that's paying. But the majority of the orders you get is going to be through Snapdocs, their vendors using the system to select you and all of that. In the video, it goes over how Snapdoc works. And Snapdoc works on some kind of super cool algorithm. Everybody talks about the algorithm. Everybody's looking at, okay, well, you got to respond to the messages that come to you. That's one of the things. You got to log in every day. That's another thing. You got to put your orders in there. Now, see, that's the thing. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because a lot of people, and this is going into the stealing part, a lot of people are accusing Snapdocs of stealing clients. So let's just take All-Star Mobile Notary. We take All-Star Mobile Notary and Shantae. Those two young ladies put their orders, they got orders. And they got orders that are coming from other places that have nothing to do with Snapdocs. The word on the street is this, and I wish Snapdocs would address it. And I wish the people who are saying this would provide some proof that when you put your orders into Snapdocs that had nothing to do with Snapdocs or with people who are not already associated and paying Snapdocs is going to steal them away from you and make those people come on their platform, and then thus, for some reason, they're going to pay people lower. Again, going back to what I said, if everybody's paying the same fee to be on Snapdocs, how is it that the company that you work with, dollar bill, title and escrow, or dollar bill, a C note, escrow, whoever, that company hops on Snapdocs all of a sudden because Snapdocs say, hey, we can help you out. And now all of a sudden they can't afford to pay notaries. That's not a good investment That's not a good business plan for that person. Because you think about it, if their fee had to drop that they're paying you, does that mean that they're getting more money and then they just decided to get greedy and say, well, wow, we've been on Snapdocs and Snapdocs done increased us by 35% and we're going to pay them 40% less? I don't know, but that's the vibe that I'm getting from everybody. Like, that's what's happening, but no one is sharing any kind of proof of this. And again, and I'm not trying to say that it's not happening. I don't know. And I literally Googled, is Snapdoc, I said, does Snapdocs still notaries customers? And the only thing that came up was some post from Notary Cafe, which I don't mess with anymore because it's so negative over there with a lot of people. I go over there and break it down so it can't be broke down no more. Yeah. So I go over there and they're talking about Snapdocs steals your customers, and because they take your customers, it drops the fees. Here's the problem with that whole concept. At this point in stage of your notarial life, in your notarial business, Snapdocs has been around for a while. And a lot of these title companies have been around for a while. There's a chance that I may have worked with them and put them in Snapdocs. So you not putting them in Snapdocs, what does that do for you? What does it really do? Yeah, man, I ain't putting that order, that company in there. Okay, you don't put them in there, but I've already put them in there. And 10 other people in my state put them in there, and 15 other people in the next state over. So that company may have already been put in there already. Snapdocs may have already marketed themselves to them. But you're being told don't do this because Snapdocs is going to steal them. Well, Snapdocs may have already, quote unquote, tried to steal them, and they said, we ain't going there, homie. And they still pushing out orders. Well, let's just say Snapdocs did. What's going on, Frank, from Alabama? Well, let's just say Snapdocs did take the or convince them to join. After Snapdocs had convinced them to join, yet they still are sending out orders. They're still doing business. And let's just say that they increased what they can do because they may have increased their business that they can do. They may have been able to say, hey, now that we're on Snapdocs, I have access to all of these notaries in all 50 states, and therefore I can market myself as a national title company or escrow company to do business over here. So let's just say, we'll just use my name, Griffin Tyler and Escrow, working out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, has I don't want to use them. I'm trying to think of a name. Dennis Lending, okay? Dennis Mortgage Brokers. So Dennis Mortgage Brokers is trying to expand. Dennis Mortgage Broker is trying to expand into 3 other states. He's in Virginia, but he wants to move down into North Carolina and South Carolina. Now, that title company, if they're not smart in how they make their moves, title company, Griffin Title, been working with Dennis the whole time and been getting good, doing great work with them. But now Dennis wants to branch out and have local offices and franchise out into South Carolina and North Carolina. But then he says, hey, Griff, can you also provide us notaries in those areas, or do I need to go get another title company? The smart title company will say, what? Let me figure out how I can branch out into those other states so that when Dennis rolls in there, I can roll with them. One of the ways is a signing service such as Snapdocs or Signing Order, Signature Closer, CX Choice, even Notary Go. And you have your profile on there as a business to be able to reach out, which means then you got to make sure that you meet the regulatory requirements of that state to do business in that state. And said title company, Griffin Title and Escrow, is now authorized to do business in South Carolina and North Carolina, along with Virginia. So therefore, Dennis is now saving money and don't have to try to have multiple contracts with multiple title companies to get notaries. So he's running his business from Virginia. I'm running my business from Virginia. He has a satellite office in 5 different counties in South Carolina, 7 different locations in North Carolina, and I am able to get him notaries in all of those. You tell me, how is that not a benefit for that title company? Their revenue has just increased, and then they're able, let's just say they're a former notary and they want to pay notaries a good fee. Now they have an opportunity to do so by expanding, irregardless of whether or not you put them in a Snapdocs signing order or anybody's system whatsoever. Now, if Snapdocs works on an algorithm that says the more work you're doing, the more the algorithm, the more the algorithm will slide work your way, or at least notifications. The question now becomes, why aren't you putting orders in there? And the question that should have been asked, and I don't blame Mark Wills whatsoever, the question that should have really been asked, and I'm asking it now, and the Snapdocs you watching and you know, please tell me. We understand that the more work you do in Snapdocs with the companies that are in Snapdocs, get you higher ranked. Okay. And all that ranking and stuff, look at the video, the Mark Wills video with Snapdocs. Just Google Mark Wills Snapdoc interview and you'll find it. That video, that video will tell you everything you need to know about the ranking and how all of that works. So I learned from that, relearned actually, that if you, let me not got to get ahead of myself. If your profile is straight, which I know how I feel about profiles, and profiles got to be on point, and I got something special for y'all to help y'all with your profile, at least those in my area, or those who want to come down, or I have to come to you. And then, so your profile got to be straight, but you also got to be doing work. So when you do work and you take orders from the companies that are using Snapdocs, it looks good for you. Okay. My question is, if I put work into Snapdocs that did not come from Snapdocs, does that help me out? Does that tell the algorithm that I'm doing work, even though my orders, the orders that I have, aren't coming from Snapdocs? My first orders was from Notary Go. I got over 1,600 orders in Snapdocs that I've put in there myself, but I've only have about maybe 600, 700 of them that came from Snapdocs. So I got more orders from outside of Snapdocs than what I've gotten from within Snapdocs. I get a lot of notifications, but because a lot of times I'm already booked with the companies that are outside of Snapdocs, I don't get to do as many as I would like within Snapdocs community. But everyone that I can do within Snapdocs, I'm on it. That's just how it works. So I'm trying to figure out if there's an algorithm, just like with Google algorithm works as, and I did a thing on SEO on my channel. They may not. But it would be nice, honestly, it would be nice to know that, hey, does putting other companies' orders in there help out with the algorithm seeing that you're working? Because I keep hearing people say you need to log into Snapdocs every day. Well, let's be real. I'm only logging into something every day to check something, to see something. If I don't have orders coming from Snapdocs, but I got 15 orders that I did this past week from signing order and signature closers and Notary Go and CX Choice combined, and I don't see a real reason why I need to go into Snapdocs, that by putting my orders in there, it does help out the algorithm that they have, then no, I'm not going to do it. So people saying, well, Snapdocs says you need to log in every day. Well, okay, I can log in, but log in to do what? Log in to see that I ain't got no orders? You see what I'm saying? But people are getting orders elsewhere. So that's why from day one, I've been putting everything in there. And it would be great, man, if they could, break the silence and tell us and everything so that we would know. So if I got 1,600 orders in there, that I've done, and I'm getting notifications constantly. That's why I know a lot of people get all mad at me because I'm sitting up here checking my phone and stuff doing a live. It's my live. I can do that, and everything. So I'm checking because orders are coming in all the time. Early in the morning, late at night, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, they are coming in. And then here's the cool thing. With Snapdocs, based off of what they said in the video interview, they actually, the vendor can actually say, we want to send this to Joanna. We want the notification to go to Joanna. And let's just say me and Joanna's been working with Griffin, Tyler, and Escrow. I like Joanna. I say, Joanna, I'm about to roll over on the Snapdocs. Get you a profile over there. You're going to be my #1 notary that I pick in the area. So just letting you know that when an order comes in, I'm going to send it to you before I send the notification out to, to others. You can do that in Snapdocs. That's based on their wording. They said you can go and specifically, as a vendor who has permission to use their platform, that you can actually go in there and say, I want to send it to him, to her, boom. So a company that's expanding, and again, if I'm wrong in any of my concept of what I'm thinking, somebody please correct me. The reason why I'm talking about this, because I want the truth to be brought out about this subject. Personally, I'm sick and tired of people hopping on forums and saying don't do something, but not really giving clear guidance on why not to do it. I am more than willing and happy to follow any good advice. But since I don't know you and you don't know me personally, I think there's an obligation of you need to prove yourself to me before I just go running behind you and following you and doing what you say just because you say so. That's the thing, okay? It's not that you're wrong. And then even when I know there are people that say that's the business model to go and steal and to steal and to steal and to steal and to do all of this underhanded stuff. And if that's the case, if that's how Snapdocs is, then why are we even messing with them? I don't have a problem with Snapdocs. I don't see that. But I'm just saying, why direct somebody to a snake in the grass? And that's the part that's confusing to me. Yeah, make sure you get your Snapdocs profile, but don't put your orders in there because they'll steal your people away. But make sure you log in every day. Make sure you use Snapdocs, but don't you put anything outside of Snapdocs in there, or they will steal your customer. I'm like, well, damn, what the is that? Look, let me tell you something. And y'all, I don't know how y'all gonna like this example. People have family reunions, people go to church and other social events, and there's always somebody that, let's just say a couple, a husband and a wife, or any couple, they go to an event, and there's always somebody who's trying to be dressed extra cute, low cut, shirt extra tight, skinny jeans, whatever they're doing to try to make themselves look highly attractive to whoever wants to be attracted to them. You don't stop going to the family reunion because little Miss So-and-so gonna be there in her short shorts. Everybody's like, okay, you gonna not take your husband? You and your husband are not gonna go see Big Mama, go and see Mima and all of them because so-and-so is gonna be there and she always dressing like a if he gonna be stepping, is she gonna be stepping because Earl comes rolling up in there in another new Cadillac? He just had a Cadillac last family. Now he got a newer Cadillac and got all this gold chains and his oil beard and all of that. And you worried that your wife, soon as she see Earl, she just gonna go running to him and hopping in his Cadillac and they go off to the sunset. You have confidence in the person who you have a relationship with, that they're not going to do you that way. And I believe that these companies out here, for the most part, are very straight and solid, that they're not going to sit up here and when you take them to the family reunion, when Snapdocs walks by, ooh, Oh, look at Snappy. Look, you need to look like Snappy. You know, they're not just gonna run off on them. Okay, they're not going to do that. You don't go. Look, we had my wife. If she's looking, if she, I don't know, she might be listening. We was at this church here in the area, and those of you who are in the Hampton Roads area, y'all know who I'm talking about. He had the big beard and everything. They had the praise and worship team, and there was this guy that popped up out of nowhere. He was a bongo player. Yeah, okay, bongo, doing the bongos, and nobody really, what's the big deal, bongo player? But he was good. He was just beat. One Sunday, something got into his hips. Now he was already built, and he was probably one of the first guys I ever saw with the extra tight shirt on, the medium. And next thing I know, he playing the bongo, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then next thing I know, he started doing them hips, bam, 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 boom, bam. I mean, everybody was like, what the who? And all them women was like, Next thing I know, if he weren't there on Sunday, folk were leaving of the female persuasion. Was I worried about my lady running behind some hip thrusting bongo guy? Nah. Nah. But we acting like in this notary business, any kind of relationship we get, everybody's going to get screwed over. Everybody's going to get taken advantage of. And I'm like, we're supposed to be some of the group of the most upstanding, outstanding, honest, law-abiding people. But you really sit back and listen to a lot of what people are saying is like, we're just going to get sued every day, taken advantage of every day in some way, shape, or form. You build a relationship with a local title company, Snapdocs going to steal them, all of this. And it's like, why even do this business? Why? Now, I want to show y'all some numbers, okay? Try to wrap this up. I'm going to show y'all some numbers here, okay? Because with that, when I read stuff, they was talking about, yeah, that's medium shirt. Yeah, that thing. I can't, no, I got to be, I got to be able to move in case I decide to pop lock, I saw pop locking. I can't be doing that all vacuum sealed and stuff. Some people can pull it off. Look, I got a 1967 body, and that's when I was born. People born in the late 1990s and 2000s and all that, they got the medium body. I don't. Okay, I got the zoot suit body. Okay, you throw a zoot suit on me, we on and popping. Okay, I look better than anybody in a zoot suit. Give me a Steve Harvey double breasted, 8-button double breasted. I'm popping, and that 8-button would make that little look like I don't know what, But I'm gonna show y'all some numbers here, okay? And I'm going to go over the numbers with y'all. Let me see how I want to do this, and I hope. All right, let me see. So, all right. Yeah, see this new PowerPoint. I don't like the way. Oh, hold on. Oh, I know. I got it. Got it. Yeah, this new PowerPoint thing sort of kicks my butt sometime. All right, so let's see here. Okay, there we go. Okay. Whoo, got it. All right. Okay, there it is. Whoo. All right. We straight now. Hold up. Daggone it. Hold on, gotta let them know. And we'll call her shortly. All right. So, all right. So let me drop the comment and okay. So here's what we got here. Y'all probably like, okay, what these numbers are all about. One of the things that people keep saying is that by working with, if you know, basically like you're not getting good dollar amounts from Snapdocs. And that if the company that you're working with goes into Snapdocs, the fees are going to be lower. I'm like, okay, I need, me, I'm like, where's the proof of that? And a lot of times, sorry about that. Where's the proof in all of that? And a lot of times people just don't provide that proof, but they say some stuff. Do you have to pay for membership with the NNA to get signings? Well, nah. Once you with NNA, once you go through the thing and get signingagent.com, and again, even with that, you gotta put a decent profile up there. My very first signing came from somebody seeing me on the NNA's site and stuff. So, all right. Oh man, sorry, Calvin, I missed your order. Yeah, Calvin from Comfortable Closing just sent out of order and I missed it and everything for Monday. But I think the time that he had, I think I'm already booked during that time and stuff. So yeah, so this is sorry about this. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Trying to all right. Okay. Wow. They got all kinds of instructions on this sucker. Okay. Okay. Let me just let them know. Got the message. All right, roger that. All right. So what you're seeing here is that people talking about orders, you're not getting no money. Okay. What you're seeing here, and hopefully y'all seeing this clearly and all of that. But what you are seeing here is there we go. In January, what I went through to look at. I had 42 signings in January, 52 in February, and 50 this past March. Yes, starting last end of yesterday. And what I did was I said, okay, well, how many orders am I getting in the different categories? I said, well, what categories am I looking at? So I had 4 orders at $100, 19 orders over $100 of any amount, 101 and higher, and then 19 orders below $100. Okay. And this is a percentage. So I had 9% at 100, 45 above, and 45% below. The $100 or more total percentage is 54%. Okay. Now, I just did a roundup. So if you might say, well, the number might come out to 99% or 101 and all that, I just did a roundup. I didn't feel like doing the decimals. Also, this is not Griffin Notary Services trying to tell people how much to charge or that they better get paid this. I'm trying to show people that every dollar counts. So any signing company, title company, lender, whoever is looking at this video, do not take this as me trying to tell people to ask for more money. I am not. Okay, hold up. Let me come back big so you can understand me. I am not, okay? Because I know there's people out there, they don't ever want anybody to talk about money, but yet everybody is doing everything to get money, okay? I am trying to explain to people and show them how when you work and you put in the work and you take work to do the work, that it will pay off and that every dollar does count, okay? So I hope we're clear on that. And I don't want anybody running around talking about, yeah, Griffith's advocating for this, advocate. I am not. If I'm advocating for anything, it's for you to go out here and make the money that you said you wanted to make by being in this business. And it starts with you taking orders. Okay. It's that simple. All right. Now, February, I did 8 signings, 21 over 8 signings at $100, 21 over 100, 23 below 100. It gave me my 52. Okay. Hold on one second. Yeah, just making sure my numbers was right. Like, I don't know why all of a sudden I thought my numbers was wrong. And then I did 50 signings this month. What you can clearly see here is that between 54 and 64% of my orders are from $100 or more. But I really wouldn't be doing anything significant for us bringing in money to the family if I didn't do the 19, the ones below. Okay. So for 2022, down here, what it's showing is that I had 21 orders at $100, 63 over 100, and 60 below 100. This is my running average. People, because I know a lot of people, trying to do stuff in the spreadsheets and all that. I'm not that great with the spreadsheets. It kicks my butt. And if I really sat down and played with it, I could figure out, I could take all my orders, download them from Snapdocs, because Snapdocs allows you to do it, or actually from Notary Assist. And I could actually probably write up a program to tell me what is the percentage of work that I'm doing per company. Okay. Which companies are sending work my way at certain dollar amounts. Okay. What this is showing is that I think I'm being pretty consistent month after month. I think I'm okay. It's not super fabulous or whatever, but it's an amount of work that I can truly handle doing this. Okay. So when I say at 100, meaning it was $100 flat. Okay. You notice that I'm not getting that much between 4 and 9 per month right now. Now, it's not that I don't see that many. I see a lot, but the thing is, I can't always take them. And it just seems to happen that the ones that I can take the most or get it signed the most, and I do now, I will say this, I do respond to those that are $100. It seems like I don't just, those I don't get assigned that much, but I will get assigned ones for below 100, and I will get assigned for those that are over 100. But the ones that are at 100, which I'm fine with, it's really 4 to 9 per month right now. So I just have to roll with it. It's that simple. Now, here's the bigger thing. And if anybody, let me drop the link in here. If anybody got a question about the numbers, okay? Anybody got a question about the numbers, there's the StreamYard link. Hop on and talk to me, okay? This is a learning time. This is learning time. Hop on and talk to me so we can, help you understand whatever it is you need to understand, okay? Okay, cool. I got some stuff being shipped here, and I just got notification it is on the way. All right. And hold on, let me look at these documents. All right, just 128 pages. Cool. Okay, so feel free to hop on if you got any questions. And the reason why I would like you to hop on, because I want to really make sure I understand your question. If you can articulate, if you're great at articulating it in a little bit of space that YouTube gives you, then go for it. But we'll figure it out. Okay. Now, that's the total. Now, I was about to go to bed last night at 11:30. I'm normally don't go to bed till like 2 o'clock in the morning. And that's when I started doing this. Then after I did all of this, whatever time it was, I was getting ready to go to bed. And then another thought came in my head. The thought then came in my head, what about Snapdocs? What are my numbers with Snapdocs? I don't know. I don't know what percentage of orders I'm getting that are at or over $100 or below 100, because people keep telling me that in Snapdocs you're not getting paid. I figured my fees from signing service was low, but I guess it's an average. So, and again, when people say low, what do you determine as low? So looking at this here, Snapdocs, and I forgot to put it in there. I just said Snapdocs. I meant to say January, February, March. So for January, this is January. This is February, March. So let me do something, because for the people who look at the video later, let me do something right now and stuff. Let me do something so everybody will. January, because somebody's gonna be tripping if they don't see this here up here and everything, no matter what I'm verbally saying. March. Okay. So, all right. So for January Snapdocs, at or over $100, I did 12. 75% of my orders was at or over $100. I did 16 orders. 25% was below 100. February, 66% of the orders I did was at 100 or more. 33% was below. March, 71% was at or below. I mean, at or above 100. 28% at below 100. And then for the year, oops, daggone it. I don't know why I was trying to scroll. And for the year, I'm basically 70% of my orders are at or above 100, and 30% are below. Now, again, I know people, they take talking numbers the wrong way, and they don't want people to be discussing it and all of that. You rather have people discuss it up front like this than to get into the Facebook groups and do it the way that they're doing it. Because the way that they're doing it in the Facebook groups is causing a lot of problems. They're saying stuff. They're not, see, I'm not telling you that you got to make this or make that. You figure it out. I'm just showing you what's going on with me. Okay. I'm just showing you what's going on with me. And now you have to figure it out for yourself. And that's why I wish a lot of the tools like a Notary Assist and Notary Gadget will have a way that they could actually tell you. You could get a graph of the percentage. So for the month of March, how many orders, what's the percentage of orders that are at $100 that's directly right there at $100? What's the percentage of orders coming in right at $100? Okay, hold on. This daggone PowerPoint thing is kicking my butt. All right. So that's okay. I didn't realize I had this many windows open. Goodness. So that's what I wanted to really communicate to you. So to me, it becomes a myth. I honestly couldn't tell you because I didn't track that. That was over 4 years ago. I didn't track that. And a lot of people ask that question of like as if, and I'm not trying to be funny, there is no set standard. Like you put it in on Monday and within 72 to 48 hours, you're going to get it. Or 48 to 72 hours, you're going to get it, or 2 weeks or whatever. I don't know. There's nothing that has tracked that or is tracking how long each signing agent it takes from when they get it. I didn't even know there was a signingagent.com. I'm going to be real with you. When the people contacted me, they was like, yeah, we got your site, your name from the signingagent.com site. And I'm like, never heard of that. I go and look up signingagent.com. I'm sitting there like, okay, what the heck is this? And then after a little bit of checking, I finally figured out, oh, this is the NNA. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. I didn't know. If the NNA said so, I missed it. I just flat out missed it, So I'm sitting there like, okay. Hold on, gotta check something here. Okay. I missed it. I'm like, I honestly didn't know. I did not know at all. So I tried to get Snapdocs for any information. You're asking other signees, please and sense. Yeah. The only way I think you're really going to find out is if you go to them as if you're trying to sign up on their platform, and then they will pull the curtain back and say, okay, here's what the deal is. And I don't see why not, because I mean, and again, if that's their marketing technique to go in there and have you put all these orders in there and then to try to market to those people, I get it. I get it. So something I want to show y'all too. Let me show y'all how to put your the companies in there. There's a certain way you do it that may help you out. So with Snapdocs, and thank you. Yeah, I do my best to try to break stuff down correctly. So you see 1,677 orders up here. All I do is just put in the name of the company. I don't fill out all of this stuff down here. I don't fill out the address, the zip code, the state. I just put the name of the company. That's it. You can do that and you will be fine. That's all I do. That is all I do. Now, Snapdocs has a thing where you can invite a company, you can invite them to come on, but you don't have to. You really, really, really don't have to. I don't think I ever did, you know, invite. Well, I did invite. Well, I actually invited myself because I was like, okay, I want to see how this invite thing worked. And it's just a thing that says, hey, you can join Snapdocs. But I ain't got time to do that. I'm not going to market for them. Okay. I'm not going to market for them and everything. So in Snapdocs, you click on companies, and then you can go over there on the right hand side. It says add company, and then you can add a particular company in, and you're good. And I'm sitting here looking at the list of companies that I have in here, and some of them were just one time. I mean, that's it. One time. Then others, I've got over 124, 102, 81, 91, 16, 8, 13, 2. It all depends. Okay. And you even take, say, Notary Dash. If somebody is with Notary Dash and they like the way they operate and they like the pricing and all of that, there's nothing that Snapdocs can do to steal them away. Okay. They can't. It's just not going to happen and stuff. So, actually, I got to take my son to work and stuff. So, I'm going to go ahead on and wrap it up. Been here about an hour and a half. Nobody seems. Yeah. What I do know is this. People have told me two things. When they was putting their orders in Snapdots, they started getting more notifications. And when they stopped putting them in there, it wasn't getting notifications. The notifications stopped. I get notifications all the time. And let me check one thing here for y'all. So it says I got 1,677 orders. Let me show y'all. Right here. What does it say? It says Snapdocs signings completed, meaning the ones that I've completed inside of Snapdocs is 682. So you gonna ride your board? Or you want me to take you? Okay. All right. 8:15. All right. Got you, son. All right. Be safe. And I already gave Pop some food earlier. All right. So that means 900. So I just did the math. 995 of my orders that I've done have come from outside of Snapdocs in the 4 years that I've been doing this, or almost 4 years. So I need to know why I can't put my orders in there. I need to know that. Somebody need to help me. And if you can help me, it helps everybody. And again, I'm not trying to get on any of you who are saying these things or basing what you're saying on from what you experience in your job and all of that. What I'm saying is we don't really know each other. We're all new in this. We're all trying to come together. And it can really be misleading when we say things and are not willing to be questioned or provide proper context with that. And I know for some people, their personality is like, hey, why would I lie to you? I don't know why you would lie to me. I mean, I'm out there in a daggone orange, high vis vest, lights flashing on my car, all of that. And people still think I'm trying to break into somebody's house when I'm not even nowhere near the house. I'm just standing 50 feet or more away from the house taking pictures. And they're like, what are you doing? What you trying to break in there? And I'm like, do I have a crowbar in my hand? Well, no, but what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So people's like, you can put out to me, I'm like, if I'm showing you that I'm here, why do you think I'm sneaking around? But people still believe that. And I know there are human beings on this earth that are like, look, why would I lie to you? I have no reason to lie to you. My stature is this. This is who I am, whether in the notary community or in any community whatsoever. I am not somebody who would lie. That's great to hear you say that, but I really don't know you. And my question would be, what is wrong with providing proper context and proof and validation of your statements / allegations that a company is doing something? It's alleged, but people are running out here believing it left and right. But then if I say something about people not really having the experience to be trainers because they've only been in the business for 6 months, oh, Griff, you don't know what you're talking about. And I can provide all kinds of proof. And people can come up here and talk about how they went with a trainer who was just new in the business and didn't really learn anything. But that ain't good enough. But if somebody says, go for it, hey, yeah, Snapdocs is doing this. Snapdocs is going to take all of your money away. Oh, yeah, I'm going to believe that. And nobody's even providing proof. Speaking of home inspection, almost forgot to tell you, I received my first order. Great. Glad you got that first inspection. Thank you. I'm trying to be the best blessing I can be whatsoever. And again, I know people are probably getting tired of me. I know it. You saying the same thing over and over, Griff. Well, because some of y'all are saying the same thing over and over. And really it's because the statements that people are making are causing hurt and confusion. Well, I would say first confusion and then hurt with people because they're trying to figure out, you said something and I can't figure out why you're saying it. You said charge this, you said charge that, but then I found out I'm not supposed to, and I'm trying to figure out, why did you say to do this, but yet I can't, and now I'm getting in trouble or I'm getting blacklisted. And this is the stuff that's going on. But when somebody talks about it, somebody tries to bring it up and bring clarity and get some clarification concerning that stuff, it's like, boo, 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 boo. Don't you do that. No. We're loving, we're kind, we're this and that. But then on the other end, people are being taken advantage of. So I'm trying to figure out, what are we as a notary community? What are we? And it breaks my heart, to be honest with you. It really does break my heart. And a lot of people are just trying to have a status in the notary community. of I'm the go-to person. I'm the person you can call on. I'm the nice person. I'm the this person. I'm the that person. I'm the pleasant person. I'm not like Griff and this, that, and the other. Okay, fine. You can be whoever you want. But at the end of the day, what matters is the results that a person is able to accomplish after spending time with you, after hearing you, after spending money with you. That's real talk, people. And that's real life. And I believe something that's just, and I hope, well, I believe it's all people are trying to act like the realness that I try to talk about doesn't apply to notaries. We're different. And because we got a commission that we swore an oath to, we're going to automatically act right. We're going to automatically be honorable. No, there's people in this here that fell 3 days shy of catching a felony before they got their notary commission. They was about to catch some charges, or they could have caught charges, and the only reason why they was approved to be a notary because they didn't have those charges on their record at that time. I'm just being real with you. So you can't just say everybody's going to act right because this is a business of integrity. Sometimes there has to be some push toward that. So again, I'm not trying to come at anybody. If you have a problem with something that I'm saying, you are more than welcome to give me a call and talk to me and ask me whatever questions that you want to ask me, get clarification. And people have done that. They've called and said, "Hey, Griff, you were saying this. Are you referring to me or whatever?" And I talked to them and I said, "Well, no, I'm not referring to you. I'm referring to just the overall concept of this here environment because I've had people talk to me about these issues that they're experiencing, which falls in line with what you're trying to do, but you're not the one who did it to them." Okay. Even though you're trying to do something similar, but you want the one who messed them over. So when I talk about it, it may seem like I'm coming at you, but I'm really not. Or I might be talking about it after you said something or mentioned it. And then it seemed like, oh, well, man, I just said that in Griffiths. No, I take the culmination, and I've told y'all, sometimes I will hear people say stuff and it will remind me of something that I heard months ago. And then it's like, oh man, I need to talk about that. And I get nervous sometimes because if I talk about it, people thinking that I'm directly talking about them. No, y'all don't realize I get phone calls all the time about people struggling in this business and things that people have heard and things that people have actually been told to do. And they're confused as to whether or not it's legal. And then the person who told them, a lot of people, I would say 30, well, I guess it's a lot, 30% of the people I talk to actually try to communicate with the source of this information, and that source never reciprocates back. Therefore, they say, okay, well, they run across my video and say, well, let me give Griff a call and see if he can help because they want to know the answer. The other 70%, a lot of times they just run with it. Oh, you said do this, and they run with it. And then when they get in trouble, hand gets smacked. Then they call me up and like, yo, what happened here? I thought I was doing right. What were you trying to do? ... Okay, you should have checked your state statutes. Well, I was listening to so and so, and they told me, and I'm like, I'm not saying that you couldn't listen to them. I'm just saying you still should have checked your state statutes and tried to figure something out before implementing somebody's information, especially when they're not in your same area. So it says here, give a scandalous person. Yeah, it doesn't wash away your sins. You're right. Look, what people did in their W-2 and how they behave in certain instances will come over in here. Look, there's a certain laziness that I had, and when I first went full time, that laziness was right there, and I was like, oh, I got to get a hold of that, and I had to get that out of my life. So we're all subject to falling back into some W-2 habits. And then if you're currently a W-2, that means that habit is going to be there actively. And sometimes it's hard to differentiate between when you're W-2 and when you're a business owner, and that the laziness that you are allowed to have with the W-2, you can't have it with your business. I'm just being real with you. Okay. So I think we are good. I don't know if anybody, doesn't seem like nobody has any questions and all of that. Appreciate you. And again, for anybody who's looking at this at any point in time in your life, and if I'm still breathing on this earth and you have concerns or issues about anything that I'm saying, hit me up. Let's talk. Okay. Don't be a comment commando and try to blast me in the comments and try to put me down in front of everybody. Let's get online live. If you can do that in my comments, then you can go ahead on and hop on a live with me and let's talk this thing out face to face. And because the reason why I ask people to do that is so that we can help out everybody in the notary community. Now, don't expect me to just sit there and be like, oh, okay, just because you said so, you better bring some receipts. Okay. It's that simple. You bring the receipts. Okay. And I can see, and it's applicable for me to submit to what you're saying. I do it all day, every day. But if you are just saying it because you don't like the way I said it or the fact that I said it, and that's what most people have been getting on me about, is not so much that what I'm saying is incorrect or doesn't have some validity to it. It's the way I say it, the energy that I'm saying it with, the sternness that I'm saying it with, or the fact that I'm even saying it. And I'm like, okay, so if I don't say it, then how do we fix the problem? Because apparently you're not trying to fix it because you don't want it to be spoken on. And yes, problems can be fixed without speaking on them publicly. So then what is in place right now privately to fix said problems? And the answer a lot of times is nothing. So back to the giving of the oaths. Questions that people ask about giving on the oath. When to do it? Do you do it every single time? There's a debate amongst some notaries, amongst a lot of notaries, amongst maybe every notary. Do you do it at every single time you see an affidavit, or do you do it one time? A lot of times, if you go to court, you get sworn in, you go to lunch, you come back, and they remind you that you're still under oath. Could they do it each and every time? Yes. So we're not going on any breaks. We're doing the loan signing. So I do the oath with you at the beginning. And if you have any, and go ahead on and type your question in there, Curly Chemist, and I'm just going to talk until I see your specific question. But, and then you said, passing notary exam, got 100. I've been living in playlist. Appreciate that. And keep up the great work. Thank you. I will. Appreciate that. So the way I give the oath is simply this. Do you solemnly swear or affirm on the penalty of perjury for the Commonwealth of Virginia that the answers you give to the affidavits are true to your best of your knowledge? That beginning part is no different than if you was in the military or if you were a police officer. It says, I, so-and-so, do solemnly swear or affirm, ... So that's how I do mine. If it's wrong, then again, I stand corrected. Okay, show me so that I can make the necessary adjustments instead of hopping in your private Facebook group, complaining and fussing and all of that. Just go ahead on and say, hey, this is how it's supposed to be done. This is the information I have, without charging somebody and throwing your cash app up in there. Okay. So Curly Kim, so mm-hmm. Yeah, Cuban man, and me and Q born on the same day. Me and him got the same birth date. And that's how me and him connected and everything. So So I just want the best for everybody. I'm not looking for accolades. I'm not looking for recognition. I appreciate, the kudos and all of that. And even when people do the super chat, I appreciate all of that. And sometimes somebody throws something on my cash app. I appreciate all of that. But that's not my purpose. That is not my purpose to extract money from people, because I'm willing to go out here and work. I mean, my life is at the point where, and this is the way I constructed everything that my business is. I can bounce out of this YouTube and everything else that y'all see and go back into obscurity and never be heard from or seen again, and I will still make the money that I need to make. If you can't say that, then you need to really ask yourself, okay, how do I have my business set up? I could literally walk away from doing YouTube and all of that stuff, and y'all can never ever hear from me ever again, and I will still make the money that I need to take care of the family. Why? Because I'm willing to go out there and work and do what is necessary. I'm willing to build the relationships that are needed for longevity in this business. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to do. That's what I'm trying to encourage y'all to do. People who are new in something, they don't have longevity. So it's sort of hard for somebody that's only been in 6 months to talk about staying power when they're still trying to figure it out themselves. And I know it sounds like it's like, well, man, Griff, you saying, well, don't mess. Look, you mess with whoever you want to mess with. All I'm saying is just put common sense. Put common sense. Yeah, man, that's exactly what me and Q was talking about earlier and stuff. Yeah, it says, can you please post a link? Oh, I think there was somebody hit me up about a printer. Okay, the printer stuff is on Amazon, and then Q, this gentleman here, Q, me and him did a video together on my channel under my Notary Tech Talk, which I got to do another one of those. I've been so busy. Me and him did a video on that and showing out different ways that you can get some printers and stuff in an affordable manner. And he's always finding ways to get printers and things of that nature. So hit him up on Instagram, and he'll be more than happy to help you out. But I normally get my printers from Amazon. I haven't looked up there in a minute, but that's where I've been getting mine from, on Amazon. I always suggest getting the dual tray. Somebody told me don't get dual tray, and I didn't, and I was struggling to print the letter and legal and all of that, and I didn't want to deal with page separator and all that. Let me get 2 trays, and boom, well, hold on one second. All right, let me do this real quick. So what printer you was looking for? Type in what printer you was looking for, and let's see what we can figure out for you. Let's see what we can figure out. Type the printer that you was looking for in the chat, so I'll know, because I'm gonna do a quick search before we bounce out of here and see what we can find for you and stuff. All right, so we got the 6200 DWT. Let's see. Let's see. All right. So I know we got the 6400. I know that's been in stock. All right. Yeah, this one is the one that I was recommending, mainly because it has a toner cartridge up to 20,000. You can put 20,000. It can do up to 20,000 pages, which saves you on ink. You can check the Facebook Marketplace. Now, what I would like for you to do is get with Q first, see what you can find there for as a laser printer dual tray and everything. Because you need the bottom tray, and okay, they dropped the price down, so 181. So you're talking, so you're talking about 489 plus 181. So you're talking about, if you got it new, you're talking about approximately $670. So just roughly say 700 when you throw in taxes and all of that. Because you would need this here 6505 as the second tray. I'm not good at that Facebook marketplace thing. I don't even know how to find it, to be honest with you. I'm serious. It's been at least 7 years since I've ever even gone on it. So so you got the 6400, the 6200, you got that, but then the question is, where is the second trail? T6500. All right, so when you don't see the price, that means they don't have the thing on Amazon, or they have it, but it's through some third, fourth, fifth party, and you don't want to, yeah, because then they be trying to overcharge. See, yeah, they be overcharging. When you don't see the price pop up, that means somebody's selling it, off to the side and everything. And so yeah, hit Q up first. See what you can see what y'all can figure out there and everything. Reason why I stick with Amazon is because there have been problems with people going to some of those other sites, and then and you never get a printer, and they done charged your card and stuff. So be careful with some of these non-Amazon sites that's trying to say, yeah, you can order the printer here and we don't have it in stock. And then they want to, put a charge on your card or a hold on it. And then you're sitting there like, okay, and then just 3-4 months later, and you don't even have a printer. You don't even have a printer, and they done tried to charge your card and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what you're gonna need to do and all of that. And hmm, no, I was just seeing that there was a new printer. I might have to get this one. Boy, that one's expensive. Mm. Lower tray is 219, and the top part is 689. Goodness. That thing is whew. All right. Well, I won't be messing with that no time soon. I got 3 printers anyway. 4. I got 4. Gave one to my son. So yeah, hit them up sometime this evening, and you're more than welcome, lady. More than welcome, more than welcome. Watching all the videos. Once heard you, yeah, Eric Thomas. Yeah, yeah, love me some Eric Thomas and stuff. Yeah, I still follow him, listen to him. Y'all hear me say his name as much because I wanted to get his name out there to y'all, and a lot of people done caught on, and y'all are just rolling with him. So I got a huge playlist of stuff called "Make Your Move." You get in that playlist. Woo! I got all kinds of good stuff. What's going on, Stan? I ain't seen you in a minute, my man. Good to hear from you. Yeah, anytime you need help, man. I'm serious, y'all. Y'all need help and stuff. And then for the members, yeah, I meant to send the link out yesterday, but I was tired and stuff. So I'm supposed to be doing training with the members this weekend. I'll send y'all out the link for that and everything. And I'll do that later today. I thought I did it, or I was trying to do it and maybe fell asleep. I don't know. Might have been dreaming. But other than that, y'all hang in there, stay breezy, as we said it back in the 80s. And you're gonna be okay in this business. Okay. You're gonna be okay. You have every right to question people, to ask people there for clarification on the things that they say um concerning this business. Not so much as you're challenging them and trying to put them down, but it's more so to make sure that you understand fully, since this is new for a lot of you. There's nothing wrong with that. You have a right to do that, and you should exercise that right. And then once you like, oh, okay, this is how it is, bet. Oh man, I do somebody gonna say. Nah. I'm about to get off. Call this lady. I got to find 2 witnesses and get her taken care of. I already printed out the docs for my 6 o'clock. And if I can find 2 witnesses real quick, like I will get her done before 6. But one way or the other, I'm gonna get her done and everything. So I ain't the best at closing stuff out, y'all, and all that. All right, party people, y'all have a good one. I'm closing out for real now. And again, thanks. Enjoy your Fritter Friday. I'm gonna finish up my fritter and go get these people taken care of. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace.